too.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm not even gonna give no introduction to this because it's rougher than what it needs to be.
That's the Marine veteran who put a man in a chokehold on a New York City subway, resulting in that man's death. He was put in handcuffs as he was arraigned today at Manhattan Criminal Court on one count of second-degree manslaughter. Stephen Fabian reports this is a case that's prompted strong reaction around the country.
The Marine veteran who choked a man to death on the subway in handcuffs.
Daniel, what do you have to say about the charges?
Daniel Penny appeared in court charged with manslaughter. He said nothing in court, but his attorney called him a pillar of the community. Bail was set at $100,000. He was released minutes later.
He's dealing with the situation with the sort of integrity and honor that is characteristic of who he is, characteristic of his honorable service in the United States Marine Corps.
Networks broke into morning programming to carry 24-year-old Penny's surrender live.
Daniel, do you have any comments?
Penny restrained 30-year-old Jordan Neely, a Michael Jackson impersonator who was acting erratically, using a chokehold that proved fatal. Dante Mills, the family's attorney, says Penny should have been charged with murder, not the lesser charge of manslaughter.
Jordan Neely entered that train. He hit the train wall when he came in. He stood in the middle of the train car, said he was hungry. He needed food. He wasn't going to take no for an answer. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I go to jail. I'm just done. I'm tired. I'm hungry. He took his jacket off and threw it to the ground. Daniel Penny came from behind him and choked him to death.
Neely's father and aunt were at the press conference but did not speak. But the lawyers for the dead man's family say he didn't deserve to die.
What do you say to some subway riders who may be afraid to step in during a similar situation after these charges?
It should not be on the civilians to have to figure out how to protect themselves. The duty rests with the Transit Authority and the MTA.
Daniel Penny's lawyer says his client was trying to protect himself and others.
This event it has so many. This one event shows so many levels of the wrong of this country in one event. Was there racism or bigotry involved into this situation? Maybe. Was you doing it because the man was homeless? Maybe. Was you doing it because you was afraid of a black man? Maybe. But did you understand that in this country, all three of those things should not even exist? You should still not be scared of a black man. You should still not be scared of a homeless man. You should not have the ability to go sneak around somebody, put him in a chokehold for 15 minutes and kill him and refuse to not only release his name, but it took a community. Trust me on this when I say this. Trust me. That dude wouldn't have been arrested or turned in or however you want to say it if his name wasn't released. And guarantee you they did their damnedest to make sure his name was not released. And was it released by the police? Nope. The community had to get involved to bring this type of justice. And what's the justice that we have? Manslaughter. Now, should it have been manslaughter? Hell no. Of course not. But now here's the fourth part of this country. There's a difference between law and justice.
Hmm.
Justice would say this dude need to be charged with, at the very least, second-degree murder. The law is going to say, no, it doesn't live up to the act does not show that premeditation of second-degree murder. It does live up to the state of manslaughter. So I said all that to say this: for whatever argument that's going to come everybody's way, remember that those are the goalposts they're going to move. It's not racist. It's not because he was homeless. It wasn't because he was a black man. Y'all can miss me with the whole he was trying to protect himself and others, because I'm still trying to figure out how the hell was you protecting yourself if you came up from behind him and choked him? So what danger was you in? Try to help me help you. What danger was you in if you're capable of go behind somebody and choke them out? But you was protecting yourself and others. Now, granted, I didn't hear anybody say they felt like they was in danger. That'll come later. Believe me, this is gonna be said in court because, yeah. But all that, this one event culminates every effing thing that's wrong in this country. That one event. Pick whatever reason that you want for that event to happen. I guarantee you, you're probably right. Anna?
In the Marines, you are taught that a sleeper hold should not be held for more than 30 seconds. Otherwise, you risk killing the person. And gee, he was tired, he was hungry. That's it. It's it's heartbreaking, and it is murder.
Uh-oh, I think Anna froze.
Anna's froze.
All right, Tracy, go ahead. Anna, if you can hear me, you're frozen on our end. Let's see if she freezes or drops off. But go ahead, Tracy.
This whole country makes me sick. Makes me sick. The fact that his defense fund has raised $1 million is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. I didn't know that being homeless and black was a crime, but apparently it is. Um, and, um,
Okay, she back.
Yeah.
and oh, and you go ahead. I'll come back to what I was saying.
No, go ahead.
And the fact that the city was not even going to charge this guy until the public made enough of an uproar, that's even more disgusting. It's like you're punishing him for being, again, you're punishing him for being black and homeless. That's essentially it. You're,
Did either of you hear about when his community tried to come together to mourn him? The cops came in and got violent right away.
Right. See, let me add another layer about the problem with this country. You are the most amazing country in the world where basically you was protecting this dude because, again, pick one of the two. Hey, you killed a black man. Congratulations. We'll protect you because, hey, one down, several more to go. Or you did it because, hey, he's a veteran from the Marines and we got to protect our Marines and everything. All the while you have absolutely no problem doing absolutely nothing for veterans who are homeless and living on the streets. But hey, this dude don't really need your help, so we're gonna protect you. Just add another layer to it. Like I said, this event culminates so much crap that this country has minorities have to deal with day in
we
and
complain
day
too
out.
much, Marlon, if we would just know our place and keep our mouths shut.
I said I will meet you halfway. I will keep my mouth shut if you stop killing my people. I'm meeting you halfway. I think it's a great deal. You stop putting these murderers on a pedestal as if they're heroes because they killed yet another black man or a black woman.
And look at what they did. They charged him with second-degree manslaughter. Like literally the most basics of charges when it clearly, to me, it should have been murder one. Because if you once you held that chokehold for more than 30 seconds, you were intending to kill him. There was no reason for you to hold a chokehold that long.
I believe that would be murder 2. Murder 1 is that you had to premeditate. You had to plot it, plan it. You knew who you were going after.
So him holding that hold longer than 30 seconds doesn't count. See, to me, it counts because you made up
I
your
know what you're
mind.
saying.
That would be okay.
It's a
Murder,
stupid.
murder one, you planned it. From the beginning to the end, this is what you was going to do. You wanted that person dead and you planned on kill him. That's murder one. Murder two is more like you didn't purposely go out of the way to kill that person, but you actually didn't even stop yourself either if it happened. So that's why I said murder 2 for him.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't go, I don't think you put him in the chokehold. That was your plan all along. You didn't, at that point in time, you didn't know who that guy was. But murder 2? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Manslaughter shouldn't even been
No.
considered.
Manslaughter is accidental death.
Like,
and that's not an accident. You don't accidentally
yes,
choke
it is.
somebody
He
for 15
accidentally
minutes.
killed a black man. I mean, it was an inconvenience.
You don't accidentally put somebody in a chokehold for 15 minutes. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. You can't accidentally do that. But then again, we're talking about a country who put Kyle Rittenhouse on a freaking pedestal for going into another state, so blah 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 and everything
and
else.
His mother drove him there.
And his mother told him so he can watch graffiti off of buildings, even though he had no rag, no soap, no nothing else.
But had a gun.
The only thing he had was a rifle. So, but what else would you expect from this country?
Yep, that's why I said, I hate to be Debbie the Downer. I don't think he's doing any jail time. I literally don't. I can't see it. I want to be wrong so bad. This is where the Department of Justice needs to step in and get some more charges, but that probably won't happen either. He's gonna walk. He's gonna go on Fox News, be the darling, be the conservatives. He's the hero. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
If he does 2 years of jail time, I'll be like, I was wrong. I want to be wrong. Let's make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be wrong. He needs to hold 15 plus some federal charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the fact that they weren't even going to charge him, they weren't even looking for him until the public had to make them look bad, essentially, and force their hand. What does that say about them? And the mayor, and I won't give him the mayor.
Oh no.
I mean, I know we think we all have terrible mayors. But New York, I'm not sure. I'm like, I think y'all is right there at the very top.
I'm glad I'm not there anymore. I mean, the last mayor I remember was actually a good Cuomo. The father, Andrew.